Good morning, Sam. It is Monday, November 29th, 2021. Dude, I'm exhausted. I spent the last week just hanging out. Just taking some time for myself to do what I wanted to do. I watched a bunch of movies in the last week. I watched Dune, I watched House of Gucci, I watched Red Notice, I watched Love Hard. I got to cook and just spend time with my family and hang out and relax. For the first time in months, my Fitbit was tracking that I was sleeping an adequate number of hours every night, which was astounding. I felt amazing. I just felt awesome. And then yesterday, I looked at the list of things that I have to do this week. And it was kind of soul-crushing. Just so much. And part of it I know is the contrast from the last. So I know that's a piece of it. It just seems a little bonkers to me that there's this much to do. And this semester actually has been mostly fine. I've mostly been able to stay ahead of the ball. I try to kind of keep myself a few paces ahead of where I need to be so that at any given moment I'm not under an immense amount of pressure to get things done. I can just sort of move at a leisurely pace, and just as long as I'm kind of ahead a little bit, it's no big deal. But as finals approach, and there's that looming 15-page paper due in 2 weeks, and that project beforehand, and that minute of animation that needs to be finalized, I can feel the pressure of it all kind of coming to a head. I don't think that we do education correctly in this country. I think we're really still trying to figure it out, and that's fine. But the idea that you should take everything that you're learning and then somehow kind of cram it at the end doesn't seem to me to be the most effective. The things that I remember from my classes over the years aren't the things that I studied for the final exam. In fact, most classes, I couldn't even really remember what that final paper I wrote was. It was probably written in a caffeine frenzy, just trying to get it done and get the best grade that I could. And you know, you could argue that outside of school, the world of just normal jobs is that you have assignments and you have deadlines and you have to get the assignments done by the deadline. But in education, I thought the goal was to learn. And I thought the goal was to spend this chunk of time investing in yourself and in your own personal growth and trying to become the best equipped person you can be for the world. I genuinely don't know how much more equipped I feel to handle the world. The last week that I had at home, watching movies, cooking meals, sleeping, spending time with my family, that's been rejuvenating. Like, genuinely spending that time with those people doing those things made me a better, more equipped person. I had time to meditate. I had time to work out. I had time to really think about where I'm headed in life, to set plans in motion to get there. Instead of going at 500 miles an hour with my studies, barely picking up the pieces. And this is not to say that I'm not learning in my classes. There have certainly been times where I'm learning a lot. But maybe the way that I'm learning needs to be more relaxed. Maybe the way that I'm learning needs not to completely exhaust me. And building everything up to some final exam where a huge percentage of your grade is weighed on whether you can answer a specific number of questions in an hour and a half is kind of stupid. And I think I'm mostly just upset because we're reaching the end of the semester and I'm freaking exhausted. Everybody, please, links for the charity are in the description down below. We are trying to raise $500 for Save the Children by tomorrow. As of recording this video, we have raised $306. Any and all amounts are appreciated. Thank you so much for those who have donated. And if you can, throw in a buck or two. It's for the kids. Sam, I'll see you tomorrow.